Today is Vinyasa Flow. We haven't done a Vinyasa Flow video in a little while, so I hope you enjoy today's video. Alright, so today's class, you want to have a strap and a couple of blocks. We're going to do some fun stuff for the shoulders, which I think you'll enjoy. So let's begin on our bellies actually. Lie down on your belly, and we'll just take a brief Shavasana with the forehead on the hands. Let the legs relax, let the shoulders drop. So it's a good idea when you start your practice to let everything empty at first. So we let the muscles relax that tend to be chronically gripped so that we can start to train new movement into the body. All right, so now move your hands to the side. I hope you can still hear me okay. I'm gonna put the forehead down and open up the elbows to the side like goalpost arms. The elbows are just about an inch above the shoulder. All right, then from here, I'm going to slide the left hand closer towards me and roll onto the right side hip to start to open up the right shoulder. Let the right ear drop down. And I'm starting to expand the right armpit chest, side pack. Let the neck release. Breathe into the opening. To increase the stretch, you could bend your left knee and put the foot behind you. I don't really need to increase the stretch that much. I'm already feeling a nice balanced stretch, so I'm just going to stretch the foot back out. And then come back onto your belly and set the left arm so that it mirrors the right. All right. Then put the right hand to the side. And start to roll open to the left side. Roll towards your left hip. Let the left ear drop down. Stretch down into your left hand evenly. And let your left side neck release to help to open the front chest more. Once the neck tenses up, it's going to prevent the chest from stretching. So let the neck release. Let the ear drop. Oh, now feel how much more the side chest can start to open. Breathe into it. Oh, and roll back onto your belly. All right. Grab your strap. I've made a little loop with my strap. Go ahead and make one with yours so that's shoulder distance apart. If you don't have a strap, you could use a towel or a t-shirt. Anything will work, and then you just hold it. But if you have the loop, you can put your hands inside the loop, turn your thumbs out, and start to pull out onto the strap. Otherwise, you just hold your towel and pull it apart. Now I want you to spread the same muscles that we're stretching in the last pose and engage the top of the back of the armpit, right where it meets up into the shoulder. Those muscles will help you to open the chest more. Those are called external rotators. They spin your arm in the socket, so feel the arm turn, feel the fingers reach straight back. Now draw the navel in as you press the front hip bones down. Lift the legs up an inch. And release all the way. Lower your chest down. Push up onto your hands and your knees. And let's take downward facing dog. Now walk your feet forward to the front of the mat. Uttanasana, standing forward fold. And then bring your hands to your hips. Come on all the way up to stand. Stand tall up over your feet. Open up across your chest. So today for the sun salutations, instead of doing the normal chaturanga up dog, we're going to help to strengthen the posture by doing that shalabhasana each time instead of chaturanga up dog. You'll find this is a really nice antidote for the rounding of the shoulders that comes from doing chaturanga. Bring your feet together and stand tall. Inhale, stretch the arms out to the side, up and overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step into plank pose. Open up across your chest. Lie down on your belly. Stretch your arms back. Turn the thumbs out. Shalabhasana. Reach the front hip bones down. Turn the upper arms and grip the external rotators. Engage them to open up the front of the chest. Stretch the arms straight back. Big toes straight back. Squeeze in with your inner legs. Good, then lower yourself back down. Press up, plank. Downward dog, stretch back. Bend your knees and look forward. Jump or step up to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Press down into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale the hands to your side. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back to plank. Lie down on your belly. Inhale, locust pose. Stretch the buttock flesh towards the heels. Turn the upper arm bones, reach the sternum forward, and lower down. Press up, plank. Downward dog, stretch back. Bend your knees. Step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Press into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, Samastiti. Now separate your feet hip distance apart. As you inhale, turn and open up your chest up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, we're going to roll ourselves down. All the way down. Then tuck yourself under with the pelvis and roll yourself back up. And one more time, chin into chest. Roll the spine into itself. And then come back up, tuck the pelvis and roll yourself up. And turn the shoulders, open up again. Good, then inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back to plank pose. Okay, now I want to see if all that work helped to strengthen your posture for chaturanga. So holding a long line from your tailbone to your crown without the head falling forward or the shoulders collapsing. Let's practice lower chaturanga. Press back up to plank. One more. Lower chaturanga. Press back up to plank. Downward facing dog. Good, then step your right foot up to your right thumb and lower your left knee down. Point the toes back, press the left shin down, raise your arms up. And then bring the hands down to the mat. Curl the left toes under, lift the back knee up. Keep your right hip pinned in as you turn your chest. Take your left arm up. Bring your hand down, stretch back to down dog. Step your left foot up in between your hands. Lower your knee down and point your toes back. Inhale, low lunge, raise your arms. Exhale, bring your hands back down, plant the right hand, curl the back toes, lift the back knee, turn, left hip pins in, stretch the left arm up. Downward dog, bring your hand down and step back. All right, this time from down dog, as you step your right foot forward, lower the knee down and point the toes back. Stretch down through the shin. Reach the hips forward towards the heel. Now bend the left knee and bring the left heel towards the buttock. Start to stretch down through the front of the left thigh, down into the knee. Move your hips closer towards your right heel. Then lift the hips out of the pose a bit and reach back with your right hand for your foot. Again, stretch down into the knee, open up across your chest. Then release your foot, bring your hand down, curl the back toes under, lift the back knee and stretch the leg. Downward dog, step back. Step your left foot up in between your hands. Lower your knee down. Point the toes back, stretch down through the shin, let the hips move closer towards the left heel. Then bend the right knee and stretch from the top of the knee down towards the floor. Drag the hips towards the left heel like you're trying to pull your right kneecap away from you. Then lift the hips out of the pose a bit, reach back with your left hand to take your foot, and stretch into the same actions again, reaching down through the front of the thigh, down into the knee, open across the chest. Release your foot, bring your hands down. Curl the back toes, lift the back knee, stretch your back leg. And downward dog, stretch back. All right, set your knees down onto the mat. Then place the block in between your heels on medium height and sit up tall. Take your strap, drape it across your right shoulder. Take your right arm straight up. Bend your right elbow, grab a hold of the strap, take your left arm from under, and pull the strap in opposite directions as you open up your chest. And then release that. Take the strap across your left shoulder. Take your left arm straight up. Turn the bicep back, tricep forward. Bend your elbow and reach back. Take your right arm from under. And release. All right, now we're gonna try a shoulder stretch where we're gonna move fluidly
while holding the strap. So take the hands wider than shoulder distance, open up your chest, and sit with good posture up over your sit bones. As you inhale, stretch the arms up and overhead, and then all the way back behind you. Then bring the arms back up and around. Again, inhale, stretch the arms up and overhead, and back behind you, and back up and around. Then take your left arm across your face, take the strap up and around, and we'll go one more time that way. And then in reverse, right forearm up across your face, back and around. And release. All right, now let's try headstand preparation. So come onto your forearms. Set the knuckles down onto the mat, elbows underneath the shoulders. Press your forearms down evenly, curl your toes under, and lift your knees up. Walk your feet in, but try not to let your upper back round. Forearms press down, the inner blades release away from the ear so the back of the neck can lengthen. Lower the head down, but don't let the shoulders drop into the ears. Lift your hips up. And set your knees back down. Sit all the way into child's pose. Let your head rest. All right, then come back up. One of my favorite shoulder stretches is in Anantasana. So let's do that one now. Lie down onto your left hip and stretch your left arm out to the side so that you're all lined up with the ankles, hips, shoulders, and ears, like you're aligned with your mat in a long line. Then bend your left elbow, put your hand underneath your ear, and balance yourself so that your hips aren't leaned back or forward, so that the right hip is right up on top of the left. And grip the hips, squeeze towards the heels. Slide your right heel up your inner left leg. Try not to let your left neck close. So remember the chest opener we did at the beginning. Reach down onto the inside of your foot and grab a hold of your big toe. If you start to fall back, squeeze your butt in more. If you start to fall forward, push your left pinky toe. If possible, raise your right leg up. Then rebend your knee and stretch the leg out. Other side, roll onto your right hip and stretch your right arm out. Bend the elbow and put the hand under your ear. Balance the hips up on top of each other. Engage your core. Slide your left heel up the inseam of your right leg. And if possible, reach down and take the big toe. Then stretch the leg up once you're steady. And release. Lie back onto your belly. Place your hands to your side, open up wide across your chest, and stretch back to your big toes. Upward facing dog, roll the chest through, open up. And lie back down onto your belly. Good, then bend the knees and reach back for your ankles. Stretch the front hip bones down. Reach the inner shins up towards the ceiling, and then back towards the wall behind you. Up to the ceiling, back to the wall behind you. Open across your chest. And release. Rest one cheek on the mat, let the neck release. Then the other. All right, come back to center. Come up onto your hands and your knees. And now let's sit for a twist. So this is a really cool twist that I learned where we're gonna sit with the legs crossed and then twist and put the hand against the wall. To make sure that you get it right, you'll measure yourself against the wall so that when you twist, the hand can be flat up against the wall. So I have the legs crossed with the right shin in front. Make sure that you're sitting up tall without your back rounding. And then twist to your right, bring your left hand to the outside of your knee, put your right hand to the wall, and stretch from the back of the neck and front of the shoulder into the hand. Back of the neck, front of the shoulder into the hand. This twist is less about how much you're twisting and how much you're spreading and lengthening and creating space for the nerves to flow through the fingers, for the chest tissue to open up. Breathe through your nose to help to create more space. And release, come back to center. Oh, the one feels so good. I hope that felt good for you. All right, change the cross of the legs so that the left shin is in front. Let me just make sure I got this one right. I gotta scoot over a little bit. Sit up tall, then twist right hand to the outside of the knee, left hand goes to the wall again. For the first time. Stretch from the front of the chest, from the collarbone, and from the back of the neck down into the hand. Breathe the spine taller and longer to make sure that the shoulder is stretching appropriately. Then release and come back to center. Sit up tall. Just feel the increased circulation from doing that pose. All right. Then move off the block. Turn to face the front of your mat and cross the legs again so the right shin is in front and start to walk your hands forward. To increase the stretch in your hips, you could take double pigeon instead here. Let the head drop down. And come back up and change the cross of your legs. Walk your hands forward. Inhale, come back up. Now take your legs wide apart, like you're sitting in Upavista. Release from the inner legs down into the feet. Release the thigh bones down as you sit tall. Then bring the right leg into Janu Shirshasana. Turn your chest to face your right knee. Open up your chest. Then slide the left hand down the inner left leg towards the foot. Keep stretching your knee down and away from you. Take your right arm up to the ceiling. Bend the elbow and lean the head back into the forearm as you open up your armpit chest. Come back up. Sit up tall. Turn to face your left leg. And release. Stretch your right leg out. Bend your left knee. Bring the heel towards the pubic bone. Turn to face your left knee. Then reach the right hand along the inner right leg. Take the left arm up. Bend the elbow. Hook the forearm behind the head. Stretch down through your left hip and your left knee. Open up through your left side waist and armpit chest. Then inhale, come back up. Turn to face your right leg. Sit up tall. Then open up both legs and walk your hands in front of you. Stretch out through the four corners of your feet. If possible, lower the forearms down and let the spine start to round evenly. All right, then come back up and let's take Shavasana. Lie down on your back. Turn the hands at the side, palms facing up. Let your feet fall open. Practice watching your breath for the next few minutes as you let your body relax into the mat. Then gently bend your knees. Roll over to your right side. Press yourself up to seated. And bring your palms together. With your eyes closed, just take a moment to notice how you feel after your practice. Observe the flow of energy in the body.
Notice your current mental state. Namaste. Thank you.